So we will have puppies available here shortly. The pups they sleep in there with mom, but they have the ability to roam out with there with.
As you can see, her tunnel.
Yeah, she dug them a tunnel. But they're in here with sheep and goats and another mama dog, and they're doing good. We have plenty of females and males for both sexes, and some are colored, some are all white. I will put a picture of what the sire looks like, but we're very excited for this litter. She always throws really good puppies with lots of personality and lots of work ethic. They're about, how old are they?
They were born the day after Christmas.
They're born a day after Christmas, so they're about a month old right now, exactly. 30 days old. So here in about another month, they will be ready to go. They haven't started eating solid food yet, but they will be eating solid food this week. You can see they're already in their playing puppy stages. They
be exposed to sheep, goats, lambs.
Chickens are running around here. They share a fence line with horses.
They will be socialized, so that way they will be able to be caught and handled as adults. So they'll be working partners on farms and ranches, so it's important to be able to handle them, for us at least. And there's Cassie, coming to check them out.
And barn cats. They will be exposed to barn cats.
She has 10. We will be keeping one back for ourselves.
We have about 3 spoken for already, so there'll probably be about 6 puppies left for people to pick from. We'll be posting pictures of which ones are going to be available and if they're a male or a female. But these suckers are cute, cute, cute. So you guys send us an email, messages on Facebook or Instagram, drop a comment with your email and say you'd like more information, and we can send you all information on these pups. So made some leg of lamb on the grill. Looks pretty tasty.
We're out here rolling out hay again for these girls. Just that time of year, nothing's around for them to eat. And this is an older bale. It's not the best, but it's something for them. And here's Anne in bed. Anne's got a little scab on her head. Found a dead possum the other day that they had killed. They had brought it over here to their goodie pile. They always collect things. There's some bones over here that they've collected, their treasures. I was just saying about their treasure pile. Here's the possum that the dogs apparently dispatched. I think that was mostly Beth and Ann. They had a few little cuts on their nose not too long ago from it. Yeah, so usually we don't find too many of their goodies, but this one they brought out here, so we found it. He has me going uphill. Just gotta get her started. That's why I told you she's a little damp. Professional.
Professional.
Yes, look at it. For my llamas. Oh no.
For your what?
My llamas. Little tiny bale. Oh.
So we're out here rolling out some more hay, kind of like what I talked about in my last video. It's all about context. So we would like to move these goats or these girls to a different pasture, but this pasture is plenty big enough. I mean, over here it looks pretty eaten down, but there's plenty of stuff back in the back over there. It's a 40-acre pasture, but we are planning to move these girls soon. But right now it's just not feasible for me and my wife to get them moved by ourselves. We still got to clear a new pasture path for the fence into a pasture where the goats have never been, and where we run the goats there's no fencing established whatsoever. So everything we run is electric netting or electric fence. So we come into the issue where we are worried about the dogs getting out, or we're worried about the goats getting out and they're wandering off areas we can't get back to them. So we're very particular on when we move the goats. We try not to rush it. We try and get the path set up really well and cut down and manageable to get the fence up. And that's why we're out here rolling out this hay, because we want the goats to have something in their bellies. They could eat mountains and mountains of acorns, but then you start factoring in poisoning, oak poisoning or tannic acid poisoning, and you get girls that start getting sickly and they don't want to eat, or the pregnant girls, they start aborting because that acid is toxic to their fetuses, and they start aborting those kids, and that's what we don't want. So there's something on the management side that we have to keep an eye on and make sure we keep hay in their bellies, something other than these acorns, because yes, the acorns are great protein sources, but at the end of the day, they take in too many, you're going to start having issues. So this is why we roll out hay, and this is nothing but a grass hay, just prairie grass mix. It's got blue stem and all kinds of stuff within it. So yes, we'd love to get them moved into a fresh pasture. It's just not feasible for us at the moment. We don't have the manpower or area set up or anything like that, or the time at the moment. We've got a lot of other things going on, and we kind of just bounce back and forth between all the animals that we do and then everything else we got going on.
Nothing's growing.
And nothing is growing at the moment, so
even moving them, it doesn't really do much because there's no forage anywhere else for them.
So we've started this new thing lately with mixing our own feed. We used to, feed a little supplement, alfalfa pellet, sunflower seeds. Would just stack it over each other. But we found that when we feed the animals, the sheep, the goats, horses, pigs, all that stuff, that when we layered it, they weren't getting an equal amount of, each substance. So let's say that the goats that came in first, the animals that came in first would get the top layer of sunflower seeds, but they wouldn't get any of the alfalfa pellets, or they wouldn't get any of the little bit of corn in here, or they wouldn't get some of the protein pellet in there. So we decided to go ahead and buy this mixer so we could mix the feed and evenly distribute it into the bellies of the animals that we're feeding, if that makes sense. So all in all, I wish we had a bigger one. I think I can mix topped out about 200 pounds at a time, and then we fill up these trash cans over here with the feed. So it's a little bit of time consuming, but like I said, it's more of an evenly distributed amount of feed. So we'll go ahead and kick it on. I might have to kick it back just a little bit. It is kind of overfilled, but so we kind of just let it run for a little bit. Turn it down here. And I'll let it run like that for 2 minutes or so. And then we got this bucket down here. We got this bucket down here to dump it in, and I'll pick it up. And as you can see, it's already started being more of an evenly distributed amount of feed that's going to go to the animals when we do feed them. So we do feed about once or twice a week, primarily to the sheep and the goats. The sheep especially, because they are new and they're not used to us. They've only been here a few months, so we're trying to get them broke to the bucket like most of our Spanish goats are. And this is what we use to move our goats. So we try and keep them coming to us once or twice a week. We'll give them about a pound, half a pound to a pound per head per feeding. So it's not much, but when they are being fed, this is what they're getting. They're getting a little bit of corn And then they're going to get a little bit of this protein supplement. It's 14% protein supplement. And something people don't realize is they see 14% protein supplement or 20% protein supplement or 16% protein supplement. That's what's in the bag, not what's in each pellet. And then we also have some alfalfa pellets. And you guys can see it in there. And then we also have sunflower seeds. So we usually put about a quarter of a sack of corn, a quarter of a sack of the protein supplement, and then we put a quarter of a sack of alfalfa, and then 3-4 scoops of this, and then we kind of multiply that by however many is going to fit within this mixer. I created a chart to kind of understand and create and see what your animal actually is taking in. I made an Excel chart so you can see, and that also factors in the price. So, you know, if you get a 16% protein supplement for $14 a bag, you could make a lot better of a quality for that. And I've broken down the pricing per sack, and you know what gets put into here, and it actually comes out to be a couple cents cheaper to do it this way, and they get a lot better of a balanced ration, a lot more protein, and you know they're able to utilize it a lot more when you start talking about protein compared to fat, compared to fiber, compared to price. So I know that's kind of confusing, but long story short, it's cheaper for us to do it like this, mix it and give them a better quality, a little bit more time up front. But before we were mixing it with the shovel, and this is kind of taking out that factor. So basically that's what we do, and I'll show here in a second.